Imagine a quiet, picturesque town in Connecticut where life moves at a gentle pace, and the most dramatic event is usually the changing of the seasons. Now picture that tranquility shattered, not by a natural disaster, but by a chilling, inexplicable act of violence that spirals into a multi-state manhunt.
Away for a man accused of killing 2 people in Connecticut, then taking off.
A multi-state manhunt for a murder suspect. The FBI in Pennsylvania tweeting that they're involved in the search for Peter Manfredonia.
Ben, state police were first on the scene early Friday morning in Willington, where the suspect attacked one man and killed another.
This is the story of Peter Manfredonia, a young man seemingly on the cusp of a promising future, who in the spring of 2020 unleashed a wave of terror that left 2 men dead, several lives irrevocably altered, and a nation grappling with the question, what could drive someone to such a horrifying rampage?
Anybody has any information, or if they see this individual, please do not approach him and call 911.
2 very hurt men, and they got attacked by a guy on a motorcycle.
Someone beating my neighbor with a bat or something outside his house. He's threatening me and my family, and now he's about to drive away on a red motorcycle.
Black Volkswagen, Peter Manfredonia, the guy that is wanted.
Yeah.
He's in the car with standing me as your captain.
At my house this morning and shot my boyfriend. He put a gun to my head and made me drive him here.
Our journey begins on a seemingly ordinary Friday, May 22nd, in the serene town of Willington, Connecticut. A day that started with the promise of a peaceful afternoon would quickly descend into a nightmare.
I'm scared. I'm scared that somebody would think that killing somebody...
Scary. I mean, 90 feet, 90, 100 feet in your backyard, there's somebody getting killed.
The commotion going on and came out of his house, and then that's when he was attacked. But his hands were splayed and a gash on his neck, and yeah, it was pretty brutal. Who was honored enough to have a piece that he has made for them just feels so fortunate right now, because that's lost with him.
As a chance encounter on a rural road ignited a chain of events so brutal, so bewildering, that it defied all logic. This isn't just a crime story, it's a deep dive into the unraveling of a mind, the desperate flight of a killer, and the relentless pursuit of justice.
There are no words that can possibly atone for what I have done. Know that I am sorry nonetheless. You have done nothing to deserve the pain that I have caused. My actions were nothing short of irreprehensible. I do not expect forgiveness for my actions, and I will regret them every day for the rest of my life.
There is no justice for this. There's none. There's just no justice. I just mean, what could you do, to make anything just? This should never have happened.
Prepare to be gripped by the unsettling truth of a young man's sudden, violent transformation. The afternoon of May 22nd, 2020, in Willington, Connecticut, held no hint of the horror to come for 62-year-old Ted Deir. A skilled furniture maker, Ted was known for his kindness and willingness to help. It was this very compassion that would tragically lead to his demise. He encountered a young man, Peter Manfredonia, seemingly stranded with a broken-down motorbike. Ted, ever the Good Samaritan, offered assistance.
They talked to the man and got his trust because the man knew a neighbor. And so we think that's how he then made up a story about his motorcycle being broken down or needing some help. And so because of who Ted was, as soon as he heard he knew a neighbor, he was like, sure, hop on my four-wheeler, I'll bring you down to help you with your bike.
What unfolded next was a scene of unimaginable brutality. Without warning, Peter, wielding a samurai sword, launched a savage attack on Ted. The quiet road became a battleground.
He heard the commotion going on and came out of his house, and then that's when he was attacked. But his hands were splayed and a gash on his neck, and yeah, it was pretty brutal.
And Ted Deir, a man who only sought to help, became the first victim in a terrifying spree.
Anybody who was honored enough to have a piece that he has made for them just feels so fortunate right now, because that's lost with him.
The screams of the attack drew the attention of an 80-year-old neighbor, John Franco, who bravely rushed to intervene. His heroic act, however, only put him in the path of the assailant's rage. John, too, was severely injured in the unprovoked assault. As the dust settled, Ted Deir lay dead, and John Franco was fighting for his life. The community was in shock. Who was this assailant, and what could possibly have provoked such a heinous act? Authorities quickly identified the attacker as Peter Manfredonia, a 23-year-old University of Connecticut engineering student. The revelation sent shivers down the spines of many. How could a seemingly normal college student commit such a monstrous act? The initial investigation revealed a disturbing detail. Peter had a history of stalking a young woman and was known to possess not one, but 2 samurai swords. The pieces of a chilling puzzle were beginning to form, but the full picture was far from complete. The nightmare in Willington was far from over. The very next morning, Peter Manfredonia, now a fugitive, continued his reign of terror. He broke into the home of 73-year-old Donald Hipsky, also in Willington. Donald, an unsuspecting victim,
size of hole originally. Look at that thing. Maybe we could break this knob and just go in.
We'll just give me it. We'll just go. We're just gonna make this hole bigger. Can you reach in?
State police. Anybody in the house?
You're upstairs? State police! Downstairs!
Identify yourself. Come out with your hands up. Come out with your hands up. Put your hands up. Hands up. Who's in here? Who's in? Anybody else in here?
Was tied up as Peter ransacked his home, stealing firearms and, most critically, Donald's truck. But Peter wasn't done. He held Donald captive for a harrowing 24 hours, a chilling testament to his audacity and control. In a bizarre and unsettling twist,
The guy you're looking for, that son of a bitch, he made a goddamn entrance in there. I've been here for 2 days.
Okay, where is he?
He took my pickup, he stripped the fucking house, he's gone.
Is he in here?
That guy's a wacko.
Is he in here?
He's not in here.
Turn, where's the light? Where's the light?
Right to your left, officer.
Right here?
No, right in the corner. All the lights are right.
He's not in here?
He's not in
Where did he go?
I'm pretty sure.
Clear this area.
Is the pickup gone?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got the white pickup. That son of a bitch.
He's not in here.
Got it. I am so happy to see you guys. How'd you get
Are you
here?
okay? Are you okay?
Peter even sat with Donald, watching news reports about his own escalating crime spree. The sheer nerve of the man to hold his victim hostage.
If you're in here, put your hands up if you're in here. Put your hands up.
Roger.
If you're in here, come out.
Donald, where's your guns? Do you have guns in the safe?
Oh, he's got him upstairs. He took my goddamn Beretta, my fucking handgun.
Yeah, there you go.
This is clear.
I don't know what else he took up there. I don't know where he's going, but he's dangerous.
Basement's clear. Basement's clear.
Do you want to
Document this.
We gotta get the rest of the house just in case he's not here. He's here. Clear. Clear. House is clear.
So how'd you get a hold of me? Jesus. What do we need to do?
Yeah, we gotta cut the zip ties.
Did you get assaulted, sir? Did he hit you at all? Or? Did you get assaulted at all?
Did he hit you? You're not injured, right?
Did he strike you at all? Did he hit you? Anything like that? No? Just tied you up? Okay.
He put the gun to the back of my head when I was sleeping. He says, don't turn around, I'll blow your fucking head off. I said, oh boy, what a way to wake up in the morning.
What time was that?
It was maybe 5:15.
And that was today?
No, that was Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
I fell asleep in front of the TV.
So where did you get the handgun from? You had it?
No, I had it. I sleep with it,
Yeah.
especially with this joker running around.
Yep.
But I had it on the other bed. I was in a recliner.
Okay.
So what he did, he was barefoot. He
Yep.
walked around, he grabbed it.
Yep.
That's what happened there.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I should have had it right there.
So you were sleeping, and all of a sudden, this guy puts a gun in the back of your head.
We're actually ecstatic to see you standing upright. So
He seemed like a fairly decent guy, but he goes off the handle. You can't trust him. You
Right.
did capture him? He's under...
No.
He's still on the run.
No, he's still on the run.
Really?
While consuming the very news of his own crimes, painted a picture of a mind detached from reality. Peter's path of destruction led him to Derby, Connecticut. He abandoned Donald Hipsky's truck, a discarded piece of evidence, in his wake.
What did he do? Abandon the pickup?
Yeah. Yep. We found your pickup truck in Derby.
Where was it? On the side of the road?
Some road.
The good thing is that you're okay. That's all that matters. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As tragic as.
Yeah. It could have been a lot worse. That was like some scary movie type crap.
On Sunday morning, the horror escalated once more. Peter broke into the home of Nicholas Isil, an acquaintance from his hometown. The motive remained shrouded in mystery, but the outcome was tragically clear. Nicholas Isil was shot twice, a life extinguished in a brutal, senseless act. Nicholas's longtime girlfriend, Shannon Spees, became his next victim, not of violence, but of abduction. At gunpoint, he forced her into a car, compelling her to drive them southwest, deeper into the unknown. Shannon's terror must have been immeasurable, every mile taking her further from safety, her life hanging by a thread. After approximately 7 grueling hours of driving, a moment of unexpected mercy unfolded. Peter Manfredonia, for reasons still debated, released Shannon Spees unharmed in Colea, New Jersey. It was a small, yet significant reprieve in a saga of escalating violence. Shannon's ordeal was over, but Peter's flight from justice continued. He abandoned the car and, incredibly, took an Uber.
So you picked up the gentleman or no?
No, the gentleman pulled into the truck stop and said he needed an Uber.
Okay.
And offered me money to call an Uber, said he needed to get to work. Okay. So I called him an Uber.
Okay.
He just got into the Uber, but he's armed. And I want to make sure.
What kind of weapon does he have?
He has a little pistol. He fired 3 rounds into my boyfriend this morning.
Oh my, okay. So, all right, he got into a Chevy Impala. Look at your Uber account and tell me what the plate is on that vehicle.
Yeah, well, I'm really concerned about the Uber driver.
Okay, so give me the info. All right, put me on speaker. Look at your Uber account right now and get me that information.
Yes.
All right, what's the
guy who's running away?
Yes, what's his name?
His name is Peter Manfredonia. He's wanted in Connecticut. Trust me, just Google him. Maybe
Okay,
you'll know exactly who it is.
it's fine. And how do you know him?
He showed up at my house this morning and shot my boyfriend.
Okay, but how do you know?
They were friends since elementary school. They went to Newtown together in Connecticut. We're from Connecticut. He put a gun to my head and made me drive him here.
Okay, how the two of you know each other?
He's the one who called the Uber for the guy who
I know, but you don't know each other.
Listen. No, she pulled up and this guy just wanted an Uber.
Do you know what address that he gave the Uber driver?
Yes. Starbucks. The Starbucks on Hamilton Street in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Does he know someone there?
No. He's on the run. He's on the run. He has mental health issues. He snapped. And he murdered someone.
All right.
Then he murdered again.
Okay, just hold on 1 second for me. Do not hang up.
He pulled up asking for an Uber. I was trying to be a good guy and called one.
That's fine. That's fine. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I'm really scared that he's going to do something bad to the guy, but I didn't know what... I couldn't call the cops right there because I figured he had a gun on him or something. Miss?
Hold on 1 second.
Miss?
Yeah.
The Uber trip just ended, which it shouldn't have ended already, so I'm really concerned.
He what?
Bad.
What did he do?
The Uber trip, it ended. The trip ended. So
Where did it end?
I don't know. It just says, thank you for riding. I'm scared that he did something to the guy. Okay, here's where it ended. I can tell you where it ended.
Go ahead.
355 Lincoln Ave, East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Attempting to blend into the anonymity of travel as he continued his westward journey. The multi-state manhunt for Peter Manfredonia intensified. Sightings were reported across Pennsylvania, where he was seen hiding in dense woods, and true to his pattern, stealing yet another car to continue his desperate escape. Law enforcement agencies from multiple states collaborated, their focus laser-sharp on apprehending the dangerous fugitive. Finally, after a 6-day reign of terror, the manhunt culminated on May 27th. Peter Manfredonia was cornered and arrested at a truck stop in Hagerstown, Maryland.
This has been an intense and fluid investigation. We have processed evidence. We have executed search warrants. We've had detectives from Eastern and Central District Major Crime in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. We had troopers assigned to the federal command post. Tonight, we caught the suspect, Peter Manfredonia. He was taken into custody in Hagerstown, Maryland. There could be state charges, federal charges, all of which will be worked out in the coming days, hours since then. The suspect will face justice, and this will bring closure. This is what is important for the families of the victims, all of which have been notified of the arrest immediately after.
Remarkably, he surrendered peacefully, offering no resistance. In a final, chilling act of cooperation, he led police to the stolen firearms he had hidden, bringing a dramatic end to a terrifying chapter. During questioning, Peter Manfredonia offered a perplexing explanation for his actions. He claimed to have blacked out during many of the events, expressing remorse and stating that he simply snapped.
So going into that year, I was extremely depressed. Stopped working out, binge eating, any bad habit that you could possibly name. And I had, nothing, like, no mindset to change it, no anything. I mean, that when I drew on the wall, it was pretty much just, I was in a manic state and kind of anything. I couldn't even remember half the things that were on it, if you ask me now.
Would you compare that manic state that you were feeling then to maybe what you've been feeling the past few days? Is there any similarities there? I can't help but compare it in my own mind to the fact that you're having a hard time remembering what happened the past few days, as evidenced by a lot of the gaps in what you're telling us. So are there any similarities?
Yes, I would say there are definitely similarities.
Okay.
He revealed a disturbing initial intent to commit suicide in front of the girl he was obsessed with. This revelation hinted at a deeper, more personal struggle underlying the public acts of violence. Psychological evaluations revealed a diagnosis of bipolar disorder and anxiety, suggesting that untreated mental illness may have been a significant factor in his sudden, violent transformation. The contrast between the Peter Manfredonia known to his friends and family, a seemingly kind and intelligent young man, and the brutal killer who emerged was stark and deeply unsettling. In April 2023, Peter Manfredonia pleaded guilty to all charges, a somber conclusion to a horrific saga. He received 2 concurrent 55-year prison terms, ensuring that he would spend the rest of his life behind bars without the possibility of early release or parole.
Peter Manfredonia will serve 55 years behind bars. He pleaded guilty to murder, kidnapping with a firearm, assault, and home invasion. The victim, 62-year-old Ted Deir of Willington, and 23-year-old Nicholas Isil, Manfredonia's childhood friend, who he shot and killed inside of a Derby apartment.
The case of Peter Manfredonia remains a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked mental illness and the profound mystery of what drives an individual to such a dark and violent path. The quiet towns he terrorized are left to heal, forever marked by the chilling events of those 6 terrifying days. The case of Peter Manfredonia is a chilling narrative of a young life veering catastrophically off course. From a promising college student to a cold-blooded killer, his journey through those 6 days in May 2020 left a trail of devastation and a community grappling with profound loss. While the legal proceedings have concluded, the underlying questions persist. What triggers such a dramatic and destructive transformation? How can mental illness, if left unaddressed, manifest in such horrific ways? The story of Peter Manfredonia serves as a stark and somber warning, urging us to look beyond the surface, to understand the complexities of the human mind, and to recognize the critical importance of mental health awareness and intervention. The victims of his rampage will never be forgotten, and their stories stand as a testament to the fragility of peace and the enduring impact of inexplicable violence.